Robert Williams injury helped the Celtics. This is a guy that they were begging to get back coming off the meniscus injury, but it enabled Boston to play a more shooting lineup. And, JJ, you're right. I think leaving Grant Williams open blew up in their face. But when you looked at the numbers, all the rest of their guys were shooting over 40% from three in this series. He was the least evil option, although I would say after maybe he hit three, maybe they should have changed that up. 53 more three-pointers the Celtics hit in this series than the Bucks. That is an unsurvivable ratio. And I would say this, on one hand, the Bucks, it was amazing that they got to a closeout opportunity on their home court without Chris Middleton. On the other hand, Jayson Tatum, 46 points in Milwaukee, an all-time great performance in an elimination game for a Celtic. Maybe they win the title, maybe they don't. But if they do, it was because Jayson Tatum bailed them out, bought them a chance to do it as a team in Game 7.
You know, I think we're overlooking one important thing about this Milwaukee Bucks team relative to last year, and that is the loss of P.J. Tucker. And at the beginning of the season, that was a question mark I had. Would this come back to bite them in the playoffs? And so one of the reasons you have to leave Grant Williams open in the playoffs is because your rotation is thin. Grayson Allen didn't have a good series. Chris Middleton is out. You've got to play Brook Lopez, and Brook Lopez is going to pack the paint. You do not want him out on the perimeter. They could have gone small. I'm not saying P.J. Tucker would have solved their issues in the half-court offense, but defensively it would have gave them another option to play a smaller lineup, and you don't have to leave people open.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. And it kind of takes the energy away from Giannis, too. He doesn't have to guard everybody. This man is guarding everybody. He's scoring the ball. He's guarding everybody. I mean, like I spoke about the last, conditioning is a real serious thing. We'll wore him down at the end. You got to give, it's JJ knows it's hard. It's very hard winning in Boston. You have to give them a lot of crowd. Their fans are for sure six man, top tier. Very hard winning in Boston, and you have to give Boston a lot of credit, man. They made shots, and they need to make shots.
Tori, I'm going to keep it here a minute. We'll get to the other stuff a little bit later. Let's just live in this for a minute here if we can. Let me just get a take from you on Tatum, if I can. Again, we showed the numbers up there. He's not yet 25 years old. And the game, Windy just pointed out, that Game 6, if the Celtics do win the championship, and look, there's only 4 teams left, so they obviously have a real chance. If they do, that game could become elevated to sort of one of those legendary games, and one wonders, is that the night we're going to look back on and say that's the night Jayson Tatum became one of the absolute ultra elite players in the NBA? Is he that guy in your view?
He is that guy right now.
He's that guy right now?
He's that guy right now. You asked me before the season, I wouldn't think that. He's facing Jayson Tatum all these past years. I wouldn't think that, but right now he is the guy, and you have to give him a lot of credit. He's prepared himself to get ready. He's worked on his game. He is the guy right now.
First team All-NBA this year. I know, JJ, you put him first team All-NBA. We had this long back and forth about whether Embiid would go on the first. But one way or another, he's that level of player now, right? He's a future MVP waiting to happen, right?
Absolutely, and he'll be that for years to come. We had a conversation a few weeks ago, before Game 3, during Game 3 of the Nets-Celtics series. If you were to start over right now, Pat Bev, you were to start over for the next 5 years, 10 years, how many guys are you taking ahead of Tatum? There's not many.
No.
There's not many.
No.
It may literally have been the two that we saw yesterday. It might be Luka Doncic and Giannis, and that might be it. It might be those two guys, and then Tatum might, at this point, be next. Okay. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.